Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to talk about Mitchell Robinson because as we know, apparently Mitch put on a lot of weight ever since he got injured last year. He went into the weight room, he's been lifting a lot, and he gained a lot of weight, and he looks so much bigger, so much more brolic, and I feel like this is a really good sign for Mitchell Robinson entering this season for the New York Knicks. And this video is going to be all about Mitch. I want to dissect what we can expect from him going into this season and why I think he is a very underrated player for the Knicks. Obviously, he was injured all of last year, so we did not really get to see a full season of Mitch, but if he can be on the court healthy, I think he's going to take the league by storm this year, and I'm going to tell you why in this video. So before I hop into it, I just want to mention if you guys are new to Knicks Media, please make sure you smash that subscribe button, and if you want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at NYKnicks_media. And before we hop into the video, we're just going to hear a quick word from the sponsor of this video, BetQL. Want to take an advantage over your sportsbook? You need to download BetQL, the only app you'll need to make smart bets. Their bets computer model scans over 350,000 unique bets per year to give you a best bet recommendation for every game across all major sports and gives you the reasoning behind why you should place the bet. Their model covers everything from spreads, over-unders, and player prop bets. Don't want to use the model and prefer to do the research yourself? BetQL has all the necessary tools for your betting research needs. Everything from sharp data, line movement, team summaries, lineup and injury breaking news, and even leaderboards to track your success. Head to the App Store or Google Play Store now to download BetQL. You can also head to try.betql.com/KnicksMedia to get started now. Enter the discount code KnicksMedia at payment checkout for 25% off any of their subscription offerings. You could find all this information in the description of this video. Make sure to check out their BetMGM offer in the description in order to receive a free year of BetQL. Also, make sure you check out the Sportsbook offers page if you live in one of the eligible states to claim free offers upon signing up at one of the many sportsbooks listed. Don't miss out on your chance to beat the sportsbook this football season. BetQL's best bet algorithm went 13-2 on 5-star bets in the week 1 in the NFL between Thursday and Sunday. So don't miss out on your chance to beat the sportsbook this football season. Use Knicks Media down below in the description for 25% off. So let's get right into Mitchell Robinson. So here's some photos, here's some pictures of what Mitchell Robinson looks like right now. And I feel like the only thing that was been holding Mitchell Robinson back, aside from his injuries, obviously, I'm talking about his play on the court, is he was a little small. He was a little, not small, but like skinny. And he wasn't really a center that can, absolutely like bulldoze you down low, post you up and back you down and dunk on you and all that stuff. I mean, he could dunk on you still, but he never really had that, build where he can absolutely just purely out-muscle you. And I said when we drafted him, he has a physical body that I think he's going to grow into. And for those guys that don't know, Mitchell Robinson and I are the same exact age. Born on the same day, the same exact year. Pretty crazy if you think about that. But Mitch is looking physically different, and I feel like he is going to go into this season with the mindset to prove everybody wrong. I think Knicks fans understand his potential. It's unfortunate because the game that he got injured last year, at halftime, he was on pace to have like a 2020 game. I think at half he had like 10 points, 14 boards, dominating the Washington Wizards, and then he went down with an injury early in the third quarter. And Mitch looked really good last year in the limited amount of time that he got to play because of those fluke injuries. And I know some Knicks fans are like, oh, he's injury prone. We can't really put too much breads in the basket with Mitch. We shouldn't really extend him. He's not a long-term solution. Those are fluke injuries, and the only thing holding Mitch back has been being on the floor. And I feel like his ability to protect the rim, his ability to absolutely dominate when it comes to catching those alley-oops. He's actually a very underrated rebounder, and he's a freak athlete. He can go up there and catch any alley-oop you throw up to him. He's a guy that can dunk on you down low, and I feel like this physical body that he's building is only going to make his dominance in the paint even bigger. So Julius Randle talked to Ian Begley of SNY, and this is what he had to say about Mitchell Robinson. Mitch looks good, man. Mitch looks brolic. He's big. You can tell that he took the weight room seriously. He's going to be a huge factor for us this season. So that's what Julius Randle said about Mitch, and you can tell that he's not only impressing us, but he's impressing his own teammates. And Randle is the leader of this team. We know what Julius Randle brings to the table, and I know Randle's going to love Mitchell Robinson back because we saw Randle take another step this year in terms of playmaking. He got a lot of his teammates involved, averaging 6 assists per game. We all know what happened with Randle. So enter Mitchell Robinson into the mix. And we saw Randall trying to throw up alley-oops on Nerlens Noel and feeding Noel down low. And we all love Nerlens Noel, but he's more of a defensive-minded center. Mitchell Robinson, he's that offensive threat that can go up there, catch the alley-oops, be dominant in the paint. Nerlens Noel, as we know, isn't really that way. So that's only going to help out Julius Randle. It's only going to help out Kemba Walker, the playmaker. RJ Barrett loves to throw up alley-oops a lot, actually. So to get Mitchell Robinson back, and especially being a different specimen in terms of his physical ability, putting on, I think he gained 60 pounds since he got drafted. That's ridiculous. I could be wrong, but I think he came into the league around 220, and now he's around 280. That's insane, guys. Like, look at these pictures of Mitchell Robinson. You can tell that he took the weight room seriously, as Julius Randle said. So one thing I want to say about Mitchell Robinson that I'm expecting from him this year, if he stays healthy, is to be in the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Now, is he going to win the award? I don't think so. But the reason why I have confidence in that is because he has the ability to average at least 2 blocks per game minimum. He can block with shots righty, lefty. He can defend you at the three-point line. We all saw Mitch in his rookie season, sophomore season. He's like in the paint, somebody's shooting an open three, and Mitch just closes it, jumps up, swats it out of bounds. Like, he's just a freakishly athletic center that I was so happy with when we drafted him, and he came in as a rookie and looked like the steal of the draft. And now, last year, I feel like Knicks fans forgot how good he is. We missed out on Mitchell Robinson in the playoffs tremendously. I feel like it would have been a different series. I'm not saying we would have beat the Atlanta Hawks in the series if just Mitchell Robinson was playing. What I want to say about that is Clint Capella was absolutely dominating the boards, and Nerlens Noel is not known to be a rebounder, and he was getting killed. Mitchell Robinson is a way better rebounder. He actually helps out with second chance opportunities. He can get putback dunks, clean up the defensive glass, because we know on the defensive side of the ball with the Knicks and any team in general, you cannot close a defensive possession without crashing the boards. And it felt like there was too many times in the playoffs in particular where the Knicks played very good, hard-nosed defense, contested a mid-range jump shot, contested a long-range shot. They miss it, and then they get a second opportunity with Clint Capella just getting the board. And that really hurt us in that series. So if Mitchell Robinson getting this big, he's going to be able to box people out. His rebounding is probably going to go way up. I feel like he's going to have a career high in rebounding this year. I think he's going to have a career high in blocks per game this year as well, and points. I really feel like Mitchell Robinson, the only thing that was like taking away from his ability to take that next step and becoming a very good center in this league is he was a little scrawny for his size. He was long, he was athletic, but he was skinny, like I said, and he wasn't able to like box people out like the bigger centers of the world, like Miles Turner and all these guys. They were able to just box Mitch out, and he doesn't really have the strength factor. Now, Mitch has the strength factor. So the big question is, something I want to see Mitchell Robinson improve on, can he get a post game? You know, that's not his game. He's more of the athletic center. You know, I always compared him to a style of DeAndre Jordan, you know, a high-flying, athletic center that doesn't really have a post game but can go up there, dunk on you, standing dunks, alley-oops, block shots efficiently, just athletic, doesn't really shoot the ball at all. That's my comparison with Mitch whenever he came out of college. But if Mitch got this big, he should be able to put the ball on the floor, back people down, maybe get into a post-hook repertoire, maybe some mid-range shots. We know that he's been working out every offseason, working out his dribbles and three-point jump shots. I'm not expecting Mitch to do that. I am not expecting Mitchell Robinson all of a sudden, you know, pull the trigger from three. I know he always teases us about that on social media, and then throughout the season he never really shoots. And I don't really want Mitch to shoot threes, honestly, unless he can hit them, obviously. But the one thing I want to watch from Mitchell Robinson this year is, can he get a different element to his offensive game without relying on teammates to like set him up. You know, he's a guy that's a pick and roll monster. I feel like that's going to be his bread and butter. You know, rolling to the basket, catching the bounce pass, catching the alley-oop, and dunking on people. Now that he's this big, I don't even know what to expect from Mitchell Robinson. So leave a comment down below, guys. What are your expectations for Mitch? Do you see this different physical being of Mitch that you think is going to take a next step this year? Or do you have a little, you know, you're worried because of his injury concerns? Or do you just think he's not even like a good enough center to be the starter? I personally am very high on Mitchell Robinson. I think he's going to have a very good season with the Knicks. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comments. It would mean a lot. And like the video if you guys enjoyed. And shout out to BetQL for sponsoring this video. Don't miss out on your chance to beat your sportsbook this football season. Use my code KnicksMedia down below for 25% off. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Have a great day. Peace.